how do you as an agency actually go about nurturing your affiliates, your creators, and the community that you want to build for Nonsensical? Do you have some gamifications? Do you have some leaderboards? You already mentioned you give some advice and guidelines to your creators. Can you elaborate a little bit more on how you approach that?
Yeah, of course. So we generally have kind of different tiers of where the affiliates sit, and it all depends on GMV. Obviously, we want to motivate these people to make as much GMV as possible. So you've obviously got your open plan, and I think open collaboration, as it's called now. I think open collaboration is really fundamental in terms of just making sure that you're getting the volume through. But to your point around nuance, it needs a lot of manual work. It needs a lot of vetting. It needs a lot of reviewing to make sure the affiliate is as brand safe as can be. There's no point in having a dog account promoting a beauty brand, for example. Like, you've got to go through and do that work. We then have our kind of general target collaboration, which is more of our proactive outreach. We've obviously got a huge roster of affiliates that we've worked with and kind of continue to work with on a daily and weekly basis. So we know the types of affiliates that work well. And then once they're into the brands, they've received the samples, then we do 2 webinars a month. So we just offer them up to say, hey, come and join a call. It's 30 minutes. We'll do 15 minutes on upcoming products. Then we'll do a quick 15 minutes just on a bit of brand stuff. We talk about any incentives that are coming, discounts, gift with purchase, or just another reason for them to post. And we then basically look at their GMV. And if they get into particular tiers, then they can unlock maybe in-person creator days at the brand's offices. They can get invited to big PR and influencer events. They can win specific incentives. So some of the brands that we work with have given tickets to Taylor Swift concert, Lady Gaga concert, like real cool prizes outside of just commissions. So it's a case of thinking a bit creatively around how you can really get the affiliate to want to promote your brand rather than any other, because ultimately the competition now is brutal. If you're a beauty brand or women's wear brand or even homeware brand on the platform now, you have some stiff competition. Like nutrition and supplements is huge. So if you're launching new, you know for a fact that all of these other companies have probably got 5, 10, 15,000 affiliates already on their roster. What are you going to do that's going to get them to promote your product when you've got zero credibility, zero sales, zero reviews in your shop? You've got to do something a little bit more exciting and interesting to get them involved. So you got to think creatively now to, especially starting out, to get affiliates to want to come and represent your company on the platform and with content they create. So it's a big thing. We've got a lot of people in our affiliate team who are constantly working to nurture these affiliates and upskill them, but also incentivize them in other ways.
How do they find them initially? Do they actually use those automated outreach tools? I had the co-founder of Yuka AI, for example,
Yeah.
on at some point. Maybe that's one of the tools you're using. But still, I would think it's very difficult to find them because also there's such a high demand, right? So a lot of them probably are working with other agencies, with competing brands. So there's a lot of intricacies that you need to navigate to find the ones that are actually good but are not already taken. How do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, we're fortunate we've been around for a long time. So we've worked a lot with different affiliates. We know which ones are good. So we've kind of built a bit of a relationship with them, which is helpful. So that's always a good starting point. Around the automation tools, again, it depends on the brand, because ultimately what an automation tool is doing is going out to, okay, predetermined roster that you've selected based on filters, but you're saying, hey, we like your content. Why don't you apply to be part of our open plan? They then come through, and actually through vetting, you say, no, they're not right. So then you end up declining them. So you have this massive problem where an affiliate could literally go and create a video on TikTok today and say, I got this message from this brand and then I got rejected. And all of a sudden it's a storm.
Right.
So you've got to be so careful with using some of these big outreach tools, because there is a risk that affiliates could badmouth you online, and hey, they've got a big community. That's what they're doing. And we know bad news travels further than good news. So any sort of commotion or negativity, the video is going to perform well, annoyingly. So you got to be careful. You got to have that discussion with the brand up front to say, here are the two ways we can do it. This way has some risk, but it'll get there quicker. This other route is much more manual. It'll take longer, but you have much more security over brand safety and perception online. Everything comes down to conversation with brands and what they are and aren't comfortable with.